This might be one of my favorite power systems in all of anime. Hell's Paradise is absolutely killing it with Tao. And before you start saying, oh, this is just a Gunnar power system, hear me out. The philosophy of Taoism really boils down to yin and yang, balance. But this ancient Chinese philosophy focuses on harmony with the Tao, which is basically this natural underlying flow of the universe. When people say going with the flow, this is kind of what they're talking about. And Hell's Paradise is doing an amazing job of putting that front and center with this power system. First off, kudos to Mappa for illustrating it in this manner. I love the visual representation of Tao that we've been getting throughout this season. This looks so sick. And seeing Gabimaru just immediately start picking up on it and tapping in with it, oh, this has been immaculate. But throughout these last 2 episodes, we've seen 3 different ways that you can utilize Tao and train it. Obviously with the one that everyone's thinking about, the Bochu Jutsu, which through intimacy you can cycle your Tao, which brings healing and understanding between each other, and then strengthens your ability to control that Tao. But we also saw it here in this moment with Gabimaru and Sagiri. And of course a lot of people want to say, oh, well this is setting up the ship that everybody wants. No, this is showing that you can reach that level of intimacy while it still stays platonic. Gabimaru is interested in his wife. Everything he is doing is to get back to that woman. And Sagiri is going through a ton of growth to figure out who she is and how she can reconcile starting to see Gabimaru as a human and not simply a criminal. But this is just showing that you can get to this same end through multiple means. Through this platonic intimacy, she was able to clear the fog that is in Gabimaru's head and help him remember what he's fighting for. While at the same time, we have these characters doing it the old-fashioned way. As humans, we know very well that an intimate sexual relationship can bring you much closer to your partner. And this is the Tenzin utilizing that fact to get the most bang for their buck. I'm sorry, I had to say that one. But even through all of this, we still see one more way to help regulate or cycle Tao throughout this world. And that is through self-sacrifice. At the end of this episode, Groot was willing to sacrifice the last bit of Tao he had to help Mei continue to regulate hers. Because we see, once your Tao is out of balance, you start falling out of balance with this world. And she started turning into a little Groot. It's all about balance and harmony. And I could not be happier with the way they're presenting this power system. Taoism is truly one of my favorite philosophies that I try to live by to the best of my ability. Also with my limited knowledge on it, I'm by no means an expert, but I really do like the teachings. And it's really cool seeing it front and center in this anime. So as always, let me know what you're thinking about this in the comments. And if you like my uncut reaction to this episode, as well as a lot more explanation in Taoism and what is going on in this series, you can check it out right here.